that actually is like it's unique. Like
yes, because I looked around. There's only one thing that's around with Christalgia. It's a business that does like truck driving, I think, or something like.
Yeah, well, exactly. It has
warehouse
nothing to do with music. So
and because it's a different industry, I could still register the name.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
The only thing is the trademarking. I might have to trademark as a stage name only. That's it. But as a business name, it's different. I might have to change the business name at some point. Maybe I don't know.
We'll just have to wait and see, right?
But the stage name, I'm sticking by it. Don't worry.
Good. So do you have like a Facebook or
yeah, I do. Yes, Christalgia Services, and I have both Facebook and Instagram.
Do you get many hits through it, and people like approach you for work at all, or
not as much as I would hope because I'm still starting out a lot.
Yeah, of course.
I've been busy looking after family and doing other things at the moment.
Yeah.
Because as you can see, that stay tuned. I put a post up a little while ago because I was going through my grandfather's passing recently. I had a lot going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I've had family and other things happening. The fact that I'm still working as well on the side.
Yeah, so
you see, that was an event I just did as well. So it was a small like gala event for an end of year uni party.
Really? Okay, that's all right.
Not massive, but it's good.
Is that you cranking the volume?
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
It was masquerade theme. I just wore the mask.
Yeah.
I had to dress up a little bit too.
Yeah, it's just like claptone then.
Yeah, see, November I did a full shave and everything after that. After the end of the month, I raised $400 there, as I said on the post.
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
If you go through old photos, like I said, you can even see my long hair, literally.
How do you find it with like doing the social media and like the marketing? Like, do you find it to be quite full on? Like quite a second job?
Yes. Like I feel like I do more for that than I do the actual music and everything sometimes.
Yeah. That's how it is, unfortunately. Sometimes
that's why I don't do as much business, sadly, because I'm too occupied trying to sort my music, and I forget about doing all the posts and everything, and then it's vice versa, and also working and doing other things on the side.
And then, so with the Christalgia as well, do you also do the Michael Jackson dress ups as well at all?
Yes, like if you go back to the page, you can see I've got photos in the album. If you go to the photos, and there's a whole album of me when I did my nightclub.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Katie Banks used to be the one who promoting there.
Yeah.
Before she went on to do her own business successfully now and doing all her DJing.
Yeah. And so with that as well, so like, was it once off that, or was it multiple times, or?
That was the one-off set that I did, but I did do hiring for different events and things, yes. Yeah, and I do like community, like charity events where I do it for free, see like that.
Yeah, wow, okay.
And if you go, there's a photo of me doing the lean as well. I have the lean shoes for it too.
You have the lean shoes?
Yes.
So what do you mean by lean shoes? It actually helps you lean to like...
Yeah, see there.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty damn cool though.
Yes, like they're $300 shoes to get them done for my feet, but just literally the hook under your shoe, and you just use all your weight to push down and pull yourself back up.
Really?
That's all it is.
Okay. Yeah, I've always wondered how he do that, because he leans so far over. Like,
I know.
It's the Michael Jackson lean. Yeah, that's it. So then with that, it's like, so you did like the Michael Jackson like dress up for Katie Banks, and then like you've also done the ice rink as well. What other gigs have you done? Like,
other gigs, like I said, I did last night Amps. I used to DJ a few events. I did a Disney theme event where I dressed as Woody DJing, and was pretty epic.
Nice. Where was that?
That was at the Amplifier.
At Amps as well.
All these events for last night are all Amps.
Yeah.
There's only one other event I ever did under last night when it was at Jack Rabbit's after they changed over venues after the controversy.
After the whole
after the uniform.
Uniform. I remember when that happened. That was quite interesting.
Maybe not support the place anymore.
No, well the thing is though, is a lot of people just stop supporting it, but at the same time, it's just the way they do their business is very interesting. That's all I can say. Like,
very interesting.
Very interesting. Yes. And they have a monopoly on Perth, and that's just how it is, unfortunately. So what other gigs have you done? Because you've also done Your Shot as well, right?
Yes, I did that at the Court, obviously, in 2019, yes.
Yeah.
Where I got to get everyone to scream along to the Wiggles and round the twist and a bit of Madonna.
How did you get into, like, not how did you get into, but how did you hear about Your Shot?
I saw that my friend tagged me in a post about it and shared the link to me, and I submitted my application, and from there, a lot of people I knew were doing it, so I went with them that day and submitted. And my God, the promos for it, when they did the video with all the blowing of the balloons and everything, was epic.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a good way to get your foot in the door in a way.
Yeah, and a lot of people found out about me a lot more after that too.
Yeah.
Which was good.
It's just, it's a good promotion
tool. It was good to be, for once, known not just as the guy who does Michael Jackson. I do more than that.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I love it, but don't do it as much at the moment. As you can see, I've got a bit of a gut now. Yep, this is the video. See, that was pretty epic. I don't think I'm on it, but what they did. Some of the DJs, you were so surprised.
Yeah, there's Lizard. She's come on here before.
Yes. Some of the DJs Wait though. Oh, that was me there.
Oh, that was just there?
I think it was. Maybe it's just a similar shirt that I saw him wearing.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that...
Alright, that's enough though, but no, I did all that. That was amazing.
So I'm pretty sure that's all like, you know, they'll be coming back next year and the year after.
Yeah, and if you've already competed, you can't go again. It's shit.
Well, you can be a wild card though, but that's...
I was a wild card when I started because
really?
I've had about for a few years experience.
Yep.
I found it funny because I wasn't that great of a DJ. When they saw me DJing, you know, try it out, they were surprised. They thought I was good. I was like, okay. I was just a guy transitioning songs in between. That's it.
Mm. Well, that's the thing. Like, still, some DJs don't know how to do that. Some DJs don't just press play. Like, they just...
And they try to press all the buttons to play around with the sound too much.
Yeah.
Which I got to admit, I do looping a bit too much sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's all just practice. It all really just comes down to practice. That's all it really is.
No, I've played at amps. I've played at, like I said, I played at the Ice Rink to start with. I played at, performing at Midnight Club when I did that. I was planning to maybe do a residency DJing there too.
Yeah, okay.
But
did you ever meet
the one who does all the organising for DJs
he's
there?
the guy with the glasses. He's really
Michael
cool.
Britloff, is it?
Britloff. He is such a cool
He's given me his
dude.
email. I'm planning to possibly contact when I get a set ready and I'm ready for it.
He is a really cool guy. Really awesome dude.
He was very humble with me when I did my MJ performance, and he mentioned with your shot and everything.
Yeah. Like, I need to hit him up because he actually told me he can actually provide me some guests, like, hit some guests up for this podcast. So, like, which would be amazing, to be honest, because it's like, you know, trying to, as you've seen on the board just over there, the signature board, it's like trying to just keep going through so many new guests every single week.
And you've already got that down the bottom there, that you've had so many as well.
The first one on the bottom is the season 1, and then that's the season 2 board. So, but yeah,
you've had some great guests like Katie Beggs. You've had Beggsy, who was a friend of mine who did a 10-week course through City of Wanneroo for my friend who does off the wall promotions.
Yeah, okay.
His name's Brendan Chowdhury. He does a 10-week free course for people to get a basic learning of how to manage a small business doing DJing.
Really? Okay.
And he taught me a lot.
That's good. Yeah.
From that point, then I knew how to DJ while running a business.
Yeah.
And I kept it going.
So then, like, because you have an ABN registered, right?
Yes.
Yep. And then, like, so do you just invoice as well? Or
yeah,
like...
just invoice if they ask for it. So most of them don't care for the invoice unless they ask.
Yeah, okay, really? Okay. So, like, everywhere I play, I have to invoice. Everywhere.
Yeah, it's mostly just house parties, private events, not any venues as such. I'm more of a DJ who does, like, a 21st birthday at someone's house or something.
Yeah,
and I get them to sign a thing to say if anything happens, they still have to pay a bit damage or something like that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have to get them to sign a waiver to say, like, if my speakers get damaged, someone throws a bottle at it, well, they have to pay for it.
Or spills all over the electrical stuff, yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's common sense, basically.
It nearly happened a few times, and I'm glad it didn't.
See, I always set up a table in front of my DJ equipment. I don't like doing functions, to be honest. But if I ever do functions, it's like a house party or something, I'll just set up a table in front. So people can just put their beers and drinks on that table, and there's a gap. But then it's just like... That's
a good idea. I should do that.
Yeah, trust me, it's worth doing. It is worth doing, because then they have like a 2-meter gap, and they can't push your table around and do this or do that or anything. So... with all of this, because, like, you know, you started off when you're, like, you know, 12, 16 years old and stuff like that, but then, like, you know, you've come a long way by the sounds of it.
Yes.
Where do you want to kind of go with all of it? Like, because, you know, like we were talking before, it's like aspirations and gigs and, like...
Well, I don't want to be that guy at nightclubs, because honestly, some of the pay you get from nightclub DJing is nothing.
Yeah. But
it's more just to get your foot in the door than anything.
Yeah. See, I prefer pubs and bars. I much prefer that. Because, like, you know, so, like, for example, like, I'm going to Rottnest tomorrow, and I'm doing 5 hours at Rottnest at Pinky's Beach Club. Saturday night, I've got a party, but next week I'm doing 6 hours at a Thai restaurant called Long Chim's, and then I'm playing at the Point Bar and Grill on Saturday night for 6 hours as well.
That's epic. Point Bar and Grill is amazing.
Yeah, it's a good place, yeah.
Yes.
But it's just like my booking manager's just recently taken over, so I'm a resident there now, so it works out well.
I need to organise a booking manager. That's one thing I need to aspire to sort, getting someone to help manage with me.
All you need to do is just find, like, have you ever heard of someone like Western Sounds at all?
No.
So there's a company called Western Sounds, and if you just hit them up, they could potentially put you on their DJ roster, and then they can throw work at your work your way.
I do have my friend who works for Champion Music, and he
works Champion Music, yeah.
He also works for Disco Source Entertainment, and I'm currently with Disco Source now. They're trying to get me some more gigs, but I've had to put on hold because of the family
with everything going
events
on
at the moment.
And see, it's always the constant grind. I've never actually heard of Disco Sauce before. Actually.
They're around in the eastern states, but they get a lot of work in the western states here.
What type of gigs? Whereabouts?
Just anything like kids' parties, doing special birthdays like 50th, 60th, party DJing, stuff like that, and weddings and stuff as well.
Have you ever done weddings at all?
I have done one wedding, yes. On my Instagram, I posted a photo and everything of that.
Yeah. What do you think of doing weddings? Because it's good money doing weddings.
It's a lot of stress with setting up and doing all that stuff, but it's worth it. I got $600 for this one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, and I did one personally for a friend for $250 because of my friend. I just limited on the stuff I used.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Do you have your own speakers as well? Like
not the top quality, but I'm going to plan to get the best later. That's another thing I need to aspire to get better equipment.
Honestly, get some Yamaha DBRs.
Ones I've got at the moment, not the best. A lot of people tell me it's a bit muffled with the ones I've got. Behringer B112Ds.
B112Ds.
B112Ds. Behringer.
I think they're the thin ones, right?
100, well, not 100, sorry, they're 1,000 watts. They're about $400.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't be 1,000 watts. They'd probably be like 400 RMS or something like that.
On the label, we said 1,000 watts.
Yeah, but so what? This is the misconception where a lot of people don't realize is that like it's the peak power 1,000 watts, but a peak power 1,000 watts is that if you ran 1,000 watts through it, you'd blow it. So the RMS is the residual. I can't remember exactly what it stands for, but it means it's what it runs at. So yeah, here we go. Damo's pulled it up. Because I did a diploma of electrical engineering ages and ages ago, and I learned all about all this stuff, and I just love speakers. But so my PA speakers, right? My Yamaha DBRs, they'd be 1,500 watts. But the thing is, though, they're only 400 watts. 400 watts RMS. So the thing is with that is I can only push 400 watts out, but I can crank it up maybe to about 500, 600, but then I'm damaging the speaker. Because you know how like when you have your PA speakers, it's like you got nominal,
yes,
and and you don't turn it up above nominal, as the limiter light will pop on. That means that's what it's supposed to run at. But if you crank it all the way up to max, then you'll be running 1,000 watts, but the limiter will be going off, and it'll sound like poo, unfortunately. But yeah, that's it. It's something good to look into, because it's like if you want to buy quality, you always got to do your research. This is what I say to everybody. Same thing with like DJ equipments. When I first started DJing, I bought can you look up a Newmark Mini? DJ Mini?
I think I know the one.
Yeah, it's like that big.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was tiny. But the thing is, I bought that. I took it home. I didn't play any. Let's have a look. If you pull up on the screen, it's tiny. Yeah, that's it. I bought one of those.
That. It's like a little mini like launchpad sort of DJ.
I bought that for like $200 from JB Hi-Fi, because I was like, I don't know if I want to get into DJing. I'm just going to give it a go. Bought that, and I was like, yeah, this is fun, but this is ridiculous at the same time using that.
I would have bought a proper controller that was big, normal size, for about the same price, maybe double, but bigger.
Well, no, so I bought this like 10 years ago, before DDJ 400s were out.
Yeah, before they got really good with the handy stuff.
So then I just went out and bought a Tractor S4 Mark 1.
Yep.
And, you know, that thing. And then I bought a Mark 2 and a Mark 3, and I haven't left Tractor. And the Tractor S4 is about $1,200 to $1,400. And the thing is, I went out and spent that money, and I looked after it, and that's what I've used to be able to get gigs everywhere now. So it's as I said, you do your research, you find what you like, save the money up. And if you get something with all the tech specs and everything on it, then it can work out. Because it's like, it's all about how, it's an instrument at the end of the day. And it's all about how you use an instrument. You know, like, I think
it could be the crappiest thing, but as long as it sounds good and does the job, it doesn't matter.
Well, exactly. Like a DDJ 400. You're going out and doing these gigs with a DDJ 400, right? But when you go and play at a nightclub, they're using CDJ 2000s, and they're like, as I said, $12,000 for a full setup. But the DDJ 400, you need a laptop for. And also, it's not like the CDJs where it has all the little bells and whistles and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Even though they're still back in time, unfortunately, because Pioneer equipment, in my opinion, is just shit house. But
it's more stock standard stuff. It's not the advanced stuff, though.
Yeah, that's it. And so Tractor...
That's why I use it, because it's easier for me, because I'm still learning to do it.
Exactly, and that's what I mean. It's all just practice, and it's getting your head around things and being able to just like progress actually as a DJ in a way. Because it's like you got your foot in the door, and you're making it work, which is really good. And it's going to be amazing to see what happens in like the next year as well. Because like I said, like I try and get my guests back in around like a year and a half, 2 years or something, so that we can do like the progression in a way.
Yes.
And so like, you know, where would you want to see yourself in a year? Like, what type of gigs would you want? And
well, I want to be doing a lot more corporate function stuff where you get a little bit more money and a lot more weddings, to be honest, because that you get a lot more money for it and you get more pride out of it as well, because you're creating a vibe for someone in their special occasions.
Exactly, yeah. And weddings are like that.
Yes.
Yeah. The guest we had on actually 2 days ago, Richo Kid, he just does weddings, and
I saw that.
Yeah, and he's very passionate about it. He's very good with it as well. Like, I don't like getting the microphone, but it seems like he's a whiz at it. He's really good at it. So it's just practice.
The other things too is I need to get a license to be able to do karaoke music live, and apparently you need to have a license to do that in venues.
No, you don't.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, that's what they say, and it's like the same thing with APRA. Like, you're a DJ, you don't really need an APRA license. The thing is like at a venue, like a nightclub or a pub, they have to have an APRA license because contractors are going to their venue to play.
As long as they do, then you fine.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Even if you're doing weddings. Like, I do weddings and I don't have an APRA license. But the thing is like, you don't need one. Like,
at least I'm going to hunt you for that stuff, because you've got other stuff to worry about.
That's it. And I've actually had someone come up to me before whilst I was DJing and like try and mention that I need an APRA license and this, and I was like, okay. And then just like straight over my head, just being polite and nice to the guy. But I'm like, okay, what about the DJ in nightclubs? Go tell him that. You know, go tell the next guy playing at the pub. It's like it.
But then you would have hardly any DJs wanting to do it because it's going to cost more than they earn.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it.
Point.
And that's where, being a contractor, that's what we are. We're contracting our work to provide services for functions, birthdays, weddings, pubs, bars, nightclubs, whatever it is. It's just part of the job in a way. But you know, like the right thing I would say is always buy your music. Always buy your own music. The way
I do it is legal. I've checked as well. So I use Spotify Music Converter, which is legal. I've checked. It's all no copyright, no infringement, none of that.
Is it all 320 kilobit as well?
Yeah, I make sure it's a top quality. Yes.
Yeah, that's the way to go as well.
I mean, I've had to delete a lot of songs that I had because they were poor quality ones and ones that were legally downloaded before. But now I've used that. I can download all my playlists doing.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to do it.
I paid $30. I think $30 a month for it.
Yeah, exactly. You're paying for the service. That's all right.
Spotify Music Converter, though, I use it on my Mac when I do all the gigs.
Yeah.
If I need a song now, I'll do that easily.
But do you have a MacBook at all?
I'm planning to transition to Windows because MacBooks.
Nah, it's what are you using it for? Record box.
Record box, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Record box and my music storage and using when I'm performing. But other than that, I've got a Windows computer where I do most of my business, other stuff.
You just have to be careful because I always stuck by Windows. And Windows worked really, really well, but it depends on what laptop you get. And you have to look in the specs.
I have Lenovo pad at the moment.
Yeah, Lenovo's are apparently good, but as I said, like, you have to be careful. When you go on DJ, you need to turn the Bluetooth off, the Wi-Fi off. You need to turn anything that could interrupt it. Because I bought a $2,300 Dell touchscreen laptop, business laptop, perfect. Bought it for DJing as well. Can't DJ with it. It would just crackle and spit and pop. I spent $250 on Facebook Marketplace for a MacBook Pro 2012. Put an SSD in it for $100. It's the best thing I have ever bought for my DJing.
Mine seems to heat up and slow down a bit sometimes on my Mac, and I don't know who to go.
Does it ever affect the music?
The only thing is sometimes it stops the music and then I have to press play again.
Really?
It overheats too much.
Really? What type of MacBook is it?
2016, 2015 model.
Really?
MacBook Pro.
Okay.
And it's starting to get outdated.
Has it only got DJ software on it? Or has it got everything else?
This was my main computer back in the day, so I've got a lot of other stuff in there. I haven't had the time to go through it all.
See, that's the thing as well. So like my MacBook Pro, only DJ software, only Tractor. That's it, and music.
And it's got about 900 gigabytes of space. I've upgraded a lot of it to everything.
Yeah, but see, that's what I mean. So like, you should always have like a work laptop and then a music laptop, where you just wipe that laptop, or you just copy everything off, of course, but then you just have a music laptop that's only for music.
Did have a backup storage thing, but it crashed and didn't work anymore. Now I can't do that, so I have to copy paste a lot.
Yeah. See, like, because what I do, for example, right, is like if I go out and about and someone requests a song out and about and I don't have it, then what I'll do is I'll turn on my hotspot on my Wi-Fi.
Same.
Yeah, and then go on iTunes and buy it on iTunes.
I've been asked a lot of things for like Cardi B and stuff when I don't have, because I honestly don't want to play a lot of their stuff. But if they ask for it and they're the ones who want it, then I'll do it.
But that's the way you got to weigh it up as well, is that if you're doing a gig and you're getting paid $600 or $700 for a wedding, for example, and then the bride requests a song, $2 out of that $700, it's not bad. And like, to keep the bride happy. Exactly. Yeah. So that's what it really comes down to. So with everything then, like, so it seems like you got the right aspirations and you're trying to make it work. And
basically just trying to aspire to get more into DJing a little bit more further, with including karaoke service too, because a lot of people seem to ask, are you going to do karaoke with it? And I have to tell them no, because I don't have the program with the machine and everything.
Really? So they actually want to do karaoke as well?
A lot of people, when they do parties and stuff, seem to want to add karaoke to the service, but it would have to charge an extra bit with my money as well.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. How have you worked, like, don't go into the depth of your prices, but how have you worked it out on your website? Like, do you have a website, or is it just through your Facebook?
Just my Facebook, because my business hasn't gone that well yet that I've got a website or anything yet.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, once again, you don't really need, if you do your Facebook right, you don't really need a website.
I don't.
Everyone says
business.
That's it, and everyone says you need a website, and it's good to get hits.
That's to try and be a try-hard a little bit sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Unless your business is thriving, like my mate named Brandon Chowdhury, as I mentioned earlier, he's off the wall promotions, and he's very big with his wedding functions and doing corporate functions. And he has a business where he showcases everything, and he's always at the wedding, like, you know, where they do wedding awards every year for like the best DJs for all the different function things.
Yeah.
He's always part of that.
Really? Okay.
And he has his big website and everything for it.
That's it. And so, like, have you ever, I mean, you said you had a mentor as well, right?
Yes, the one at the ice rink. I've had a few mentors, but the one that I started with was Jake Elwood, who's now a father. He doesn't really do a lot of music stuff from what I know.
Yeah.
He started as the DJ at the rink. Then when I came, I took over so he could be a manager instead.
Yeah, okay.
And he helped with mentoring me.
Yeah, because a mentor is always a really good thing. Like, for me to get where I am, I had a mentor.
Yeah.
And he's my best mate. He's my best friend.
I'm not close with my mentor, but when I see him, I say hello and ask how he's going still.
Yeah. But see, like, for me, I just followed my best mate around, watched everything he did, watched how he DJ'd, watched how he did it all, and, like, just pubs, bars, nightclubs, everything like that. Because he doesn't do private functions, only pubs and bars. And so with that, he's just shown me how to get to the stage where I'm full-time, basically. I'm basically just a full-time DJ. But that's what, now, things have changed, but now I work up north. But I work up north, and when I'm back, I'm playing Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so...
While doing this, obviously.
Yeah, whilst doing this during the week.
You're always busy, Jesus.
Yeah, you got to stay busy. That's the thing as well. It's always the hustle. You know, if you stand still or you sit around, just, like... A few friends of mine have actually, like... Damo's actually one for this as well, where it's like playing video games, it eats up so much of your time and you're not really gaining anything from it when you could be building something, you could be doing something, you could be reading.
For me, it's not video gaming, it's me drinking with mates and just socializing too much when I forget to should be going out doing
Well,
things.
even socializing is alright though. But it's like, instead of just socializing on your phone, it should be going to the beach or, you know, going to a pub or a bar or something. That's what I do normally,
pub, bars and stuff.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine because networking. It all comes down to networking.
That's how I've gotten a few of my gigs. When like I said, George Assassin Field at Amps, I would always go for the Thursday events, and then I mentioned I'm DJing, doing all this, and she saw my work I was doing at Lab 6 when I was with Luke Chan as my mentor there. Yeah. Like I said, I had him as a mentor, and he's amazing. He's done festivals and openers for big acts before.
Yeah.
Like I think he did, not for Vici. I think one of them at Lab 6 has before, though. Yeah. But he's open for big artists, and he taught me so much about how to properly beat match, sorry. Yeah, with a lot of the music.
Yeah, okay.
And obviously Jeremy Smith, he taught me how to properly use Ableton using all the mixing programs and stuff.
Yeah. But that's it. And sometimes it is really good going to a education facility like Lab 6 and actually, like, you know, paying the money.
Such a small business, it's still big.
It does so well.
It's a lot bigger than it used to be when I first went.
Exactly. And the word keeps spreading and it's getting bigger and bigger, and I really hope the best for him because he's doing the right thing, doing a really good thing for what mattered. Like, it matters. Teaching.
Trying to make more of an industry for Australia.
He said, yeah. And he wants to try and go over east as well. But it's like building the blocks in WA first. And he already is the biggest school in WA, I'd say.
DJing.
For DJing and electronic production, all sorts of stuff.
Because it's also a studio for people to go into.
Yeah.
Which I've learned when I do get into going there to help for it as well.
Yeah. So we're running out of time as well, but like, so we've seen, like, so you want to try and, like, in a year try and get more gigs and do more and everything.
In a year, I basically want to grow my business to be getting at least 2-3 gigs a week, maybe.
And so, like, can we pull the pages up again, Damo, if that's okay? And so then, with, like, how do you want to develop your pages as well? Can we pull up the, like, are you going to focus more on Instagram or focus
I do direct sharing from Instagram to Facebook. I share it through the.
Have you ever had a look into, like any, oh no, sorry, you did the 10-week course thing, right? Of how to,
just like a small 10-week course.
Yeah. That's still really good though, because some people just go in blindfolded and just don't know how to do this kind of stuff. But see, that looks professional. I reckon, like, you know, you've set that up quite well. And like, you know,
I did post a few personal things. That's me trying to vibe with everybody.
Yeah.
Like there's photos of me talking about when I did World's Greatest Shave and I was in the mo and everything.
Yeah.
You could see my hair so different.
The only problem is Instagram stuffs us up by that. It just doesn't load things properly.
Facebook page. That's one I probably spend.
But see, once again, that's professional. That's really professional.
I see on the cover photo, the Mint nightclub up the top. Yeah, that was me at Mint. See, that's the sort of stuff I do, and that's my professional logo there. Christalgia Services.
Yeah.
Disc-jockey, MC, and MJ.
Pretty good though.
I have my link to the page in there.
Well, see, you're the first person we've had on who's an MJ dance artist, which is pretty awesome, to be honest.
To be honest, I was going to do this podcast as part of an. But I'm putting on hiatus just a little bit. As you can tell, I've got a bit of a...
Yeah, no.
And me doing one song, I'm pretty out of breath and I sweat. I'm not as fit and active as I used to be.
But it's all just practice, honestly. It's not practice. It's all just
fitness regime, yes.
Fitness regime, but you know, if you've got stuff going on in life, then you know sometimes
been putting me back and me drinking more and causing problems already for me.
That's it, and that's where it's like sometimes you just need to take a step back and focus on number one, because the DJing can put like. When you're doing gigs that go until midnight or 1 a.m. or anything like that, it can make you feel... It's a bit hard
for me. I mean, it doesn't mean don't hire me or anything, but I have a problem with the fact that I don't drive because I have epilepsy myself. And
really?
And seeing a DJ, which is a funny thing because of the strobe lighting.
Does that ever affect you at all?
The lights where they strobe flash like that, yes.
Yeah, okay.
So I have to pinpoint everyone when I'm doing gigs. I can't have those lights. If you want a DJ who has those lights, you probably won't be able to provide that.
Really?
I'm triggered with seizures for that.
Yeah, okay.
Hence why I don't go to places like Magnet. And I love the vibe there, but first night I went there, I was feeling already out of it.
Really? That's not good, though.
Great place. I'd enjoyed it, and the music was good.
Yeah.
Not so much the people that got.
Yeah, that's it.
But no.
Shout out to that.
But no, as I was saying, I'm epileptic and I have to cut back on a few things. I can't drive because of that reason. I don't have a license, so it'd be a bit hard me trying to transport everywhere. I have to give, and that's why I charge a little extra sometimes just for fuel because I have to give it to my sister or someone who can drive me.
That's it. Unfortunately, as well, it's like you have to drive everywhere these days. Like,
that's why I can't go up north or further away doing DJing festivals and stuff because I don't drive and it's harder to get things around. I have to stay local doing this.
Exactly, yeah. And it's part of the nature of the beast as well because it's like when you do a wedding, you have to transport all the equipment there, pack it up, and then at 1 a.m.
That was the hardest thing. I love the money, but the amount of work you do, you have to get paid well for it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And that you do get paid well.
But I stick to more the small gigs because even though it's not as much money, the more of them I do, it would equate to about a few weddings, to be honest.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. So, yeah.
Like, is that anything else, I think?
Well, is there anything else you want to talk about at all? Because we've covered a lot of ground. We've been talking very quickly as well.
Well, the only other thing is basically that my business, it's not thriving a whole lot, but I'm getting a lot of people who are enjoying it, and I enjoy what I do. I just like to bring a vibe, that's it.
Yeah, that's good, though, and it's all building blocks. That's the thing about it. It's like, they say most businesses do not survive in the first 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's like 1 to 4 years, it's like very hard to push a small business to make it, well, just a business into a small business kind of category kind of thing.
Sorry, yeah, go.
It's just like, it's just being able to make it happen. And just like, it's the learning that, it's the education along the way as well that helps your business thrive. Because if you keep doing it and then you give up, then...
That's what I did for a little bit, but that's because of other things going on. Me trying to get a better job. Like I worked Brass Monkey doing bartending. I worked a few other jobs on the side. And I was trying to get my foot in the door, getting a career besides DJing. Because to be honest, DJing is a good job. I don't want it to be my main career because I need something that will thrive me for the rest of my life. When I get old, I need something that will still be able to help me.
Yeah. And so that's
hospitality I do on the side. I just did my Cert 4 in hospitality at TAFE, so I need something to keep me going.
Yeah.
What is your
end game? Is just to have a thriving career where I earn enough every financial year to say that I get enough tax back and I still live on my money.
Yeah.
And my main goal is my main thing in my life is to look after people close to me and be doing what I love and my passion.
Yeah. Well, that's a good way to look at it. And that's a good healthy lifestyle in all honesty. It's just being able to find the thing that you love and enjoy and then be able to have that, to be able to do that for the rest of your life. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
But I just want to give shout outs basically to like off the wall promotions. I said when I did the 10-week course, they gave me so much mentoring about how to run a small business, how to advertise, how to use social media to advantage.
Yeah.
met Katie Banks when I got my first gig performing at MJ at a big venue like Mint Nightclub. It's not massive, but it still gets people in.
It's still been there for a long time.
There was a whole circle around me when I was doing the moonwalk and everything. It was great.
Yeah.
And also to get to Georgia Sassenfield, also known as Dallas Cowboy, went at Cherry Bomb, formerly at Amplifier, when she used to do the events with Destroy All Lines.
Yeah.
She helped me a lot along the way. Sorry.
That's it. And
I did event promoting for them as part of me DJing. I helped with that.
That's it. And they're all basically little mini mentors as well.
Yes, and Jake Elwood at the rink. He helped me a lot. Yes, they'd let Cherry Bomb there. They do some great stuff there. The drags and everything are amazing.
Yeah,
there.
Cherry Bomb is really good.
She's the one who showed me how to use that program with Spotify Music Converter. So she can get her music easily when she's...
Yeah.
No, all those people have helped me mentor along the way. And Jerry Smith, obviously, and from Lab 6 with Luke Chan, they helped me a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to use all the buttons and things without their help.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. But that's part of the mentor program almost, that just everyone helps, like they just find someone that helps you out.
No, but the last thing I do want to ask you, Shode, YouTube works well with your internet, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I want you to look up one video when I'm performing. I want you to see that.
Okay, yeah. I didn't realize you had a YouTube channel.
I don't really regularly use it. I try and promote only on my Instagram and Facebook now.
Yeah.
Because not many people use YouTube as much as Instagram or Facebook.
It's hard to
now.
use YouTube these days.
And copyright infringement more on that stuff as well. But YouTube, CJ Jackson, Hero Harmony. Just look that up and you'll see the video. It'll be me performing 2015. It's quite long ago. This was like 7 years. This is when I was at my prime and I was fit and I was really good with my dancing.
Yeah, okay.
At this.
Have a look at
this.
this.
The audio show I'm playing. Yeah, you will need the audio.
Will we get copyrighted for it?
Hopefully.
What song is it?
Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal? Yeah, we won't be able to do that.
Okay.
Otherwise,
We'll just play the video at least.
Yeah, because the live stream will get taken down.
We can play the...
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. Can't risk it.
Oh, sorry.
All good.
An interesting fun fact about this: there was someone in the audience during this performance. You watched Dancing with the Stars with your mum or your parents back in the day?
No, not really. Sorry.
Okay, well,
I know what it is though.
He's a Latino dancer. His name is Carmelo Pizzino.
Okay.
You heard of him?
No.
But he was there to mentor us in dancing and everything a little bit, and he saw this performance and he told me that it was probably one of the best at this time.
Really?
Yeah, it's 2015. I'm only 24 now.
Not too bad. That's not. Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing. That suit.
Really?
Well, look at this.
Yeah.
Now, this is me performing when I was in my last year.
Damn, you are pretty good.
This was about the part when I was big part. Thing wrong with this? I think I was robotic at a school doing.
Well, it's MJ. Of course,
because he does all that. Like,
yeah.
See, just that guy there sitting next to the.
Yeah.
That's Camilo Bazzino there in the audience watching.
Really?
He's a great performer. He does like ballroom dancing, jazz, and ballet. He did all that stuff. He came to. See, right here, this is why I'm about to do it.
The lean?
Yep.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Holy crap.
When I was 17, though. I still got the shoes. They don't fit me anymore. Get new ones.
Yeah.
300 alone. The whole suit was $900, $950 including postage.
Wow.
You can even do a mean moonwalk. Look at that.
Damn, very talented. Would you ever get back into dancing?
I still do it. Like when I do my DJing sets, a funny story. I have a special mix of Billie Jean, a funky soul remix is what it's called. And it's a multi-track. It's just like before the beat drop, you know, the introduction of the song.
Yeah.
You just hear like doon doon doon, like, and I'm starting to walk out. Like people are like, "What's going on?" And this is me just DJing. This mix goes for 7 minutes. I just walk out where the dance floor is, and I start doing all that. And they're surprised. I don't even tell them I'm going to do this.
Really?
Yeah, and that's the only thing I do free with MJ. Maybe like when I'm doing DJing, I do that so I can showcase what I do besides DJing. And if they're like, you perform well, and if they ask further, I'll be like, yeah, I actually do professional MJ impersonating, imitating.
That's pretty cool.
And my stage name is Michael Jackson. Performer is CJ Jackson. My initial CJW.
Yeah, exactly. CJ. Yeah, that's really cool as well.
I might change it soon, I think, because CJ Jackson, there's so many of them out there.
Yeah.
Christalgia Jackson actually has a bit more of a ring too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But I don't want to link it to DJing too much. That's the only thing.
Yeah. But Yeah, so we're basically out of time though as well. If that's
Yeah.
all good. But like as I said, we've covered so much ground, and thank you so much for coming on. Because
Thank you for having me in.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I get talking too much about a lot of
no,
things.
as I said, we talk quite fast, but like we've covered so much ground, and it's really good. Like,
No,
because like I can tell you're just starting out in the industry, but you've been in part of the industry as well. But like you're getting your foot into like more professional gigs,
Yes.
and it just takes time.
And my next step right now, as I said, is to further with doing karaoke DJing and doing more wedding and private functions with corporate stuff.
Yeah,
And eventually, maybe I might even see about getting a residency at a bar and stuff. I've possibly got one lined up soon. Fingers crossed. 'Cause
Yeah,
I just
okay.
had a job trial with them.
really. Okay.
Like they said with my job trial, they noticed my DJing. They said they might even get me to be a resident DJ there.
Well,
It's only a
that-
small bar in Joondalup. It's Graham Central Bar in Joondalup. You
Okay.
know, opposite where Paddy Malone's is.
Yeah, I think so. Actually. Yeah.
Across the road from there, that's a Grand Central.
Yeah. Okay.
I just did it last night, actually, my job trial.
Yeah.
And they may get me to do DJing on Friday, Saturday nights
Yeah. Well, that's it. And then if you get
while I'm
that,
working in the bar as well.
what whilst you're working in the bar, and
I'm
then
not
DJ
there while I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Like,
no,
just on
DJing.
nights, I'm like, I might finish my shift and just a couple hours after get my set all sorted.
It could work out really well. And
That's the sort of stuff I want to do. I don't want to do fancy stuff and like festivals. There's too much strain on me and stress.
that's
It'd be
it. Yeah.
epic, but no, just
Yeah.
small events and
But
stuff like that.
But pubs and bars are where it's at as well, and functions as
Like
well.
if I got to choose a special bar I especially wanted to do, me personally, where I used to go as a kid when I was younger, the Alexander.
Yeah,
Just on
Alexander.
Alexander Drive in Belladura around that way, because that's
Really?
around near I live.
That's on my bucket list now. I want to play there.
Well, it's not like a big place. A lot of people go. It's more old people that go there, and old people in their 50s, 60s. Where they like the
Doesn't
music
bother
I
me.
like.
Like that
They
does.
do karaoke nights, and they get a lot of people coming
That's
in
just
too.
hilarious though, because my name's Alexander, so I want to play at a place called Alexander.
Okay, so your full name is Alexander,
yeah,
not
that's
Alex.
it. Yeah.
And
Alexander.
forget another person I did forget to mention, Alexander. I forget his full name. Alexander McLeave, I think his name is.
Okay.
He's
yeah.
in a live band. He does alternative music, but he also DJ'd. He mentored me a little bit of how to play to the crowd there when I was at Amps as well.
Yeah. Okay.
He's a really good singer as well. He plays really good guitar and he plays to the crowd. It was good.
Well, shout out to him as well. So.
And Richard Patterson Hyde, I think his name was. He was the DJ there most of the times of the opening nights before I took over.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you found him?
Yeah, that's him there. But he's done some good shit.
Yeah. Okay. I might have to hit him up actually and see if he's he's in Perth, right?
Yeah, as far as I know, he's still in Perth, but he was from close with George Sassenfield, and he would do a lot of live band performances with his band, and he would do DJing.
This is
no.
Twitter as well. You found
God, I
his
don't
Twitter.
even use Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. He's a good bloke. I don't talk to him a lot now, but when I see him, he notices. He says hi.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
I think
for
I'll
coming
stop
on,
blabbing
though.
on because we're running out of time
It's all
now.
good. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on, though, and then we'll get you back in a couple of years and see the progression and how everything's. You want to grab that?
Oh, mate, I've wanted to do it the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah. There we go.
No, Christalgia guys, please hit me up. I need more gigs, please.
Yeah. Yeah. So, where can people find you as well? So they find you on your Facebook
And
your-
Instagram, yes.
Yep.
And if you need to privately message on my Facebook, but I try not to use my business with my Facebook, my private Facebook.
Yeah.
I try to use my Instagram and my Facebook pages.
Yeah. Okay.
That's all I have, and my number and all the contact details are in that.
Yeah.
And normally, if you want me, my price would be that 100 an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just with the basic lighting, RGB lights, and
Well, that's a good
basic
price.
setup.
That's a good price.
like I will further delve into my prices and later, but for now, that's what I charge. I don't have fancy stuff yet until I get the better.
Oh, we've got some shout out
Oh
to
wow,
Kim.
okay. Who else is there?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we got,
Billy Elliot. He knows.
and shout out to
And that's my sister. That's my sister on there.
shout
Go
out to
Siege.
Emma.
Yeah, that's my sister. Oh god, she's been a blessing in disguise. She's got a little kid. That's why I've been also busy. There was a radio. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Oh, I heard that from Jake Elwood, who used to DJ there, and he told me about it.
Mhm.
Last night.
Yes, they were amazing.
Yeah, shout out to Tim Preston. He is
I
such
think I
an
know who
amazing
Tim Preston
dude.
is. I think I know who he is.
Yeah, he's a really good dude. Really good dude.
Well, thanks, Tim Preston, for tuning in. I think I remember you.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, let's wrap this up. So thank you so much for coming on,
Yeah.
and then yeah, we'll see you in a couple of years. And we'll,
Thanks,
yeah,
mate.
dude, it's all good. Yeah, first time doing a
Appreciate
podcast. Yeah, like,
First time I was nervous, but it's good.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, so we'll see you guys. So next week's gonna be flat out, by the way, because we've got a podcast on Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night. We're doing 3 next week
I'll
because
make
then,
sure to tune in. That's good. Like, who are the guests? Tell me.
so Tuesday night, a good friend of mine, Major, who actually has a lot to do with, he's just a guy in Perth, right? But he has a lot to do with Blazing Swan, which is like the Burning Man of Australia.
I've heard about that.
He has a lot to do with Soon Parties, which is a group that I'm kind of hang out with, and they're really good mates. Like,
you need to hook me up with them, please.
Yeah, I can see what I can do. And then he's got a whole heap of other stuff he does. He's just like, he's a party boy, basically. And then Wednesday, we've got a friend of mine called Francis coming on, who is a master bartender, in my opinion. And
he does really good cocktails and stuff.
Really good cocktails. And he's done cocktails all around the world as well, I'm pretty sure, at a lot of different places.
Nice.
So he's coming on to talk about bartending and, like, you know, just hospitality. And then on Thursday, we've got a girl called Vivi coming on, who is an Indonesian DJ. And she's been living in Melbourne, but she's now living in Perth. And she's played in Indonesia and Vietnam and Singapore, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And she's played a little bit over in Melbourne.
That's amazing.
But she's just moved over here in the last year or 2 years or something like that, I think. And
staying for long term.
I think she's living here now. So she works in mining, so she's saving up a heap of money, buying a house, doing this, doing that. But yeah, so just have to see what happens. But Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So tune in next week, guys, and we'll be flat out. So
I'll let you do it this time.
Yeah, thank you. All right, we'll see you guys next week. All right,
thanks, guys.
All right, see ya.
That was really good. I feel like I could have done a little bit more. Sorry to be rude, but I probably. Oh,